Welcome to MokkaMusic. In this video, you'll see how a creative builder puts together a fully functional garage using wooden pallets, showing the entire process step by step from start to finish. The build starts with getting the ground ready. First, the area is cleared and gravel is spread to make a base that drains well and keeps water from collecting underneath. A rebar mesh is then laid down to strengthen the concrete slab, giving the garage a solid, stable foundation. These are the first essential steps before the actual building begins. The process of building the walls begins with marking out the garage's outline. Wooden timbers are measured and cut to fit the width of the pallets that will form the walls. Each timber is treated with a protective solution to prevent moisture, rot, and insect damage. A layer of bitumen is applied along the edge of the concrete slab to protect the wooden elements. It creates a barrier between the ground and the timber, keeping moisture from rising into the wood. Mounting pallets directly on a concrete slab is usually not a good idea. Concrete holds moisture, and even if the surface looks dry, water can slowly seep into the wood over time. The treated wooden timbers serve as a spacer between the pallets and the slab. They lift the pallets off the surface, keeping them away from moisture and helping prevent rot, which makes the walls last longer. The wall construction continues with the installation of wooden pallets, a choice that has become increasingly popular in sustainable building practices. Using pallets is considered a form of upcycling, as these materials are repurposed rather than discarded, giving them a new life in a functional structure. Pallets are particularly advantageous because they are essentially pre-assembled structural units, offering a ready-made framework that reduces both construction time and labor. Their construction gives pallets strong vertical load capacity, which means they can support weight well when stacked. This natural strength makes them a great choice for building walls and sheds in lightweight structures. Not all pallets are equal in quality or suitability. For exterior walls, it's recommended to choose heat-treated pallets rather than chemically treated ones because they're safer and more stable. Avoid any marked with harmful chemical stamps. However, the way pallets are built gives them almost no sideways strength. They don't resist much side-to-side movement on their own. Without extra support, walls made just by stacking pallets can easily sway, twist, or even collapse from wind, bumps, or uneven weight. To fix this, pallets need extra support, like vertical posts, corner braces, or crossbeams to hold them in place and stop them from moving. Adding this kind of reinforcement gives the walls both vertical strength and side-to-side stability, making them safe and reliable. Pallets are made to carry weight straight down, so they're strongest when the load presses directly through their solid support points. In warehouses, pallets are usually stacked in straight, flush columns with their edges lined up, which spreads the weight evenly and keeps the center of gravity low and stable. Wooden timbers are inserted horizontally through the pallets. They help distribute the weight more evenly across each layer, which boosts the overall load-bearing capacity. At the same time, they act like built-in joints, securely linking one pallet to the next. If you are following along and enjoying the process, please like the video and subscribe. It's the most effective way to support our work. Creating a window opening in a pallet wall requires planning, careful cutting, and proper framing to maintain strength and keep weather out. Because pallets are not solid wall panels, simply cutting an opening does not provide the stability and requires proper window installation afterward. The single-slope roof, also known as a monopitch roof, works especially well for extensions because it simplifies load paths and drainage. All rain and snow are directed in one direction, which reduces complexity in both roof framing and drainage design. This type of roof assembly must allow for differential movement, the small expansion, contraction, or settlement that happens as materials respond to temperature and changing loads over time. This is usually handled by using flexible connections or isolation joints, where the old and new structures meet. The rafters are measured and cut to the right length and angle to match the single-slope roof. Getting these cuts accurate is crucial to keep the roof line straight and make sure the weight is carried evenly down to the walls. According to professional stacking guidelines, the support beams of the pallet on top should line up directly over the beams of the pallet below. This ensures the wall can carry roof loads, sending the weight through the strong structural parts instead of the weaker deck boards. The rafters are then spaced evenly, following standard practices to give the roof the strength it needs. One end of each rafter is firmly attached to the new structure, and the other end is secured to the existing building. In general construction, properly installed rafters do more than hold up the roof covering. They also add overall rigidity, helping the building withstand wind and other environmental stresses. Where the new rafters meet the existing roof, extra wooden pieces are cut to match the angle of the old roof. These act as reinforcements, supporting the points where the new rafters rest on the existing structure. They are then covered with underlayment, ready for the roofing. For the roof decking, OSB is used, an engineered wood panel made from wood strands arranged in specific directions and bonded under heat and pressure with strong adhesives. This gives the panels a high strength-to-weight ratio and makes them very stable, resisting warping or uneven expansion better than many solid wood products when used for roof decking. One of the main advantages of OSB for roofing is its cost-effectiveness. Since it's made from smaller wood strands and produced efficiently, OSB is usually more affordable than plywood, while still offering similar structural performance, especially in shear strength and load-bearing capacity. Fiberglass boards are chosen as the main insulation, reflecting several practical advantages for roofing applications. Fiberglass insulation is made from fine glass fibers formed into boards that trap air within their structure. By trapping pockets of air, fiberglass slows heat transfer through the roof, helping keep the warehouse warmer in winter and cooler in summer. It is cost-effective, widely available, and fairly easy to install, especially in the spaces between rafters. Fiberglass is cost-effective, widely available, and easy to install, which makes it a popular choice for many builders. It is also non-combustible, adding an extra layer of fire resistance to the building. If fiberglass gets damp or wet, it loses some of its insulating power, so managing moisture and installing proper vapor barriers is essential in roof assemblies. When choosing roof insulation, it's important to consider the climate, local building codes, moisture control, and budget. Often, using a combination of materials can balance thermal performance with cost, making the roof both efficient and practical. The insulated rafters are covered with OSB, which performs well when installed correctly and protected by the final roof covering. However, it should not be left exposed to moisture for long periods before finishing, as excess water can cause the panel edges to swell. In window openings, space for the jambs, sill, and head of the window is planned in advance. Extra studs or reinforcing wood are added around the opening to support the load, since pallet boards on their own aren't strong enough. This ties regular wall framing into the pallet wall and keeps everything solid. Multi-pane wooden windows are chosen for their handcrafted look, which matches structures made from natural materials like pallets and timber. Precise placement is important because the main wall is made of pallets, not solid material. The gaps around the window are filled with expanding foam, which works as both insulation and a seal. When walls face wind, they experience lateral loads, forces pushing sideways across the surface. If the walls aren't properly supported, pallet walls or lightweight framed walls can twist, lean, or bend under the pressure. To prevent this, windbreak plates are installed. A bitumen roll membrane is laid over the roof to create a strong, weatherproof barrier that keeps rain, snow, and moisture out. It's popular in roofing because it's flexible, durable, and easy to install over large areas, making it a good fit for sloped roofs like the single-slope design of this warehouse. Bitumen roll roofing is made from asphalt-saturated felt or fiberglass mats coated with bitumen and sometimes topped with mineral granules to protect against UV rays and wear. Extra care is taken at the edges and seams, which are overlapped to make sure the roof stays completely waterproof. The open spaces in the pallets can be used to fit insulation boards. These cavities, originally designed for handling and transport, provide a ready-made framework that holds the insulation in place without needing major modifications. In climates where the inside of the building is warmer and more humid than the outside, warm, moist air can move into the wall and condense when it hits colder surfaces. A properly installed vapor barrier helps keep that moisture out of the insulation and wall cavity. In the corner of the warehouse where the wood-burning stove will be placed, heat-resistant plates are added to the walls. These plates protect the wooden pallet walls and insulation from excessive heat, helping to prevent fire or heat damage. This is a common safety practice in wooden construction whenever a fireplace, wood stove, or other high-temperature appliance is installed. Following these precautions helps protect both the building and the surroundings. For DIY builders or single-person projects, efficiency and minimal material use are critical considerations. In this context, pallet construction proves to be an ideal solution for lightweight buildings such as garages, workshops, or small warehouses. Materials are used efficiently, labor time is minimized, and the final structure benefits by upcycling pallets that might otherwise go to waste. For small-scale structures, this approach offers a smart, resource-conscious solution. A retractable up-and-over garage door is chosen for the warehouse entrance because of its smooth operation and efficient use of space. It travels fully into the garage along horizontal ceiling tracks, leaving the driveway clear and providing unobstructed access. A sturdy subframe is installed to hold the mechanical components. Horizontal tracks are mounted to the ceiling, and the door panel is connected with lifting arms and rollers, allowing it to slide smoothly into the garage. Work then continues inside with ceiling insulation. This step helps reduce heat loss through the roof, improves comfort, and boosts the overall energy efficiency of the space. OSB sheets are fixed directly to the rafters, forming a solid continuous surface that holds the insulation in place. This layer also protects the insulation, limits air movement, and creates a clean, durable interior finish suited for storage or workshop use. When constructing a warehouse using a lightweight structural system, several key principles support long-term performance. Careful planning and layout come first. Good planning helps prevent structural issues later and ensures materials are used efficiently, which is especially important in DIY or single-person projects. Second, foundation and moisture protection are critical. A solid base, combined with effective waterproofing like gravel, concrete, bitumen, and moisture barriers, keeps the wooden elements safe from ground moisture. Next, thermal performance is a key to making the space comfortable and usable. Using the pallet cavities for insulation boards, insulating the roof and sealing gaps with foam or membranes greatly improve comfort and energy efficiency. Proper vapor barriers and protective layers should always be added to control condensation and moisture. Finally, careful use of materials should guide the entire build. Pallet construction works best when the design is straightforward, modular, and adaptable. Taking it step by step allows a single builder to complete the project safely and successfully. One wall of the new warehouse shares a connection with the old building, so this transition needs careful attention to maintain structural integrity. The surface is cleaned of dust and debris, then coated with a paint that contains moisture-resistant additives. Moisture-resistant paints are made using specific binders, such as water-based or silicone-based paints or epoxy resins. They often contain additives like hydrophobic agents or fungicides, which help repel water, limit moisture penetration, and protect surfaces from dampness and mold. An all-in-one portable diesel air heater is installed, with the fuel tank, controller, and heater built into a single portable toolbox. It is very fuel efficient, with low diesel consumption per hour, allowing for long operating times on a single tank. It burns diesel fuel in a sealed combustion chamber, and a fan blows clean, dry, heated air into the desired space. This process keeps all exhaust fumes and moisture separate from the breathable air. The heater can be controlled via the built-in LCD screen, a remote control, or a Bluetooth smartphone app. The display shows information like temperature, voltage, and any error codes. The garage interior wouldn't be complete without a functional working desk, which is positioned in a location that maximizes accessibility and workflow efficiency, taking into account the layout of machinery, storage areas, and circulation space. The custom-built desk is designed for maximum stability and durability, which is essential for tasks involving heavy tools or equipment. To keep it secure during use, it is anchored to the wall, preventing any movement. The desk frame is built from strong timber, creating a solid foundation that can handle repeated use and support heavy loads. Firmly joined corners and reinforcements add extra strength and durability for long-term use. The work surface is made of metal, chosen for its toughness, long-lasting performance, and resistance to wear. The mix of wood and metal makes the desk solid and practical, able to handle heavy tasks while staying safe and easy to use. Raw metal surfaces often have burrs, rough spots, or minor oxidation and contaminants that can lead to rust. To prevent this, the surface should be sanded. Sanding also creates a slightly rough texture that helps paint or protective coatings adhere better, ensuring a long-lasting finish. The metal surface is mounted onto the wooden frame using screws. To give a finished look and reduce the risk of injury from sharp edges, metal strips are added along the exposed sides. Drilling and screwing can break the protective layer on the metal, leaving bare spots that may rust over time. To prevent corrosion and extend the life of the desk, all exposed areas are treated with an anti-rust spray. To keep the metal desk and exposed parts durable and free from corrosion, a direct-to-metal alkyd-based paint is applied. This paint is designed to stick directly to bare metal without a separate primer, making the finishing process simpler while offering strong, long-lasting protection. If you've stayed with us right to the very end, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude. It truly means so much to everyone involved. You are one of our most committed viewers, and we deeply appreciate your support. We promise to continue working hard to make our next video even more enjoyable for you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the like button and subscribing. It helps us more than you might think. Thank you once again. A pegboard is a smart and practical addition to a garage workspace, offering flexible storage that can be adjusted as needs change. Its perforated surface makes it easy to mount hooks, shelves, and holders, which can be moved around whenever needed. Effective storage is a cornerstone of functionality safety in spaces like warehouses, garages, or workshops. Without organized storage, tools, materials, and equipment can quickly pile up, creating hazards, slowing work, and taking up valuable space. Proper storage helps keep workflow running smoothly. When everything has a designated place, tasks can be done faster and with fewer interruptions. Organized spaces also reduce trip hazards, prevent surfaces from being overloaded, and make it easier to spot wear or damage on tools and equipment. Building a warehouse or garage from wooden pallets is more than just a construction project. It's a hands-on journey of creativity and craftsmanship. Every step shows careful planning, patience, and personal effort. At the end of the project, there's a real sense of satisfaction. A space built to last, ready to support work, and a reminder that with imagination, skill, and dedication, even simple materials can be transformed into something remarkable. If this project inspired you, hit the bell icon to stay updated, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and share your ideas in the comments.